just like that. Welcome back, Carolina Keith. Regular Keith, my hat's crooked. Dang, dude, what are you doing? Regular Keith, Carolina Keith, Professor Keith, I hate Keith, stupid Keith, smart Keith, dumb Keith. God, why does he keep saying that? Well, I'm whoever you need me to be, all right? Just a guy on the internet. We're going to talk about some charts, going to talk about some crypto, going to talk about the craziness of the market, dude. What the hell is even going on anymore?
What the hell is even that?
You know what I mean? I don't know, dude.
Come on, man.
I've got no idea, bro. But I do know the charts are here for help. So let's get to the charts and work on it. We're going to talk about Bitcoin's craziness. We'll talk about why. We'll talk about when. We'll talk about the rest of the market. Bonds, stocks, everything. Because that's what we do here. We talk it out. When we're not sure, we get on here and we talk it out. So without further ado, welcome. Oh, let me turn that off. To 786 Unlimited, 786 Assassins, Crypto After Dark. If you haven't done so, please go hit like. It's free. It costs nothing to like the video. Whether you're watching over on X with us, whether you're watching over on Rumble with us, or whether you're watching on YouTube. We'll be on YouTube for the next 30 minutes. After that, we always switch over and go over to our free speech platforms. If you don't understand that, well, you haven't been censored yet. So a lot's happened in a week, hasn't it? Man, just when you thought you got it figured out, whew, curveball, market in the rest of the world says,
Gotcha, bitch.
and reels you back in real quick, snaps back on that damn fishing line and grabs you by the mouth, yanks you sideways, and you're right back to where you started, right? I get it. Me too. I forgot to turn the fan on here. Fan on in here. It's fixing to get warm in here. I can tell already. Whatever. I would get up and change it and turn the fan on, but I'm locked in now, dude. We're locked in and engaged. There's no getting up now. So I've got Bitcoin pulled up here first. We always talk about Bitcoin first. That's the king. We have to deal with the king before we get to deal with anyone else. If you're on here listening, please do me a solid, man. Jump in the comments and say, hey, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you think about what's going on. Jump in the comments and tell me, dude. Let me know. All right? Because I'm only just a guy. I can't do this by myself. I say this all the time. This has never been the Keith Show. It never will be the Keith Show. I'm just a dude talking, right? There's a whole team of us in the background working together. There's a whole network of us who've started to learn the truth and that work towards doing better and making more and saving more, making a better future than everyone else. All right? Now, obviously, we're here to help, but we're here to teach, and we're here to make money all together. So jump in the comments. Let me know what's up, man. I got Bitcoin pulled up here first. Obviously, I read every comment that we do on here every time. I always read every comment. So what's up, Jeremy? Good to see you, brother. So first thing, let's talk about this. You remember this from last weekend or the last week? I drew this out so everyone could see it. And at the time, if you look back and remember, if you go back into a past video, we were just at the point right here where we were thinking about making a higher low and a higher high. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, did it? It made a higher low, but that wasn't very good. Didn't make a higher high. In fact, it made a lower high. Not great. Oh, didn't mean to move that. Made a lower high. Not great. On top of that, what do you see right here? What do you see right here? A low. And what do we have here? Uh-oh. That's a lower low. Unfortunately, more downtrend. More downtrend.
Bruh.
I know, dude. I can't help it. I wish it would go up.
Damn.
Doesn't want to do it. So we got to chart it out and see what it is and call it what it is. Call it a spade, and do better if we can with it, and do the best we can with what we've got. Good news. One quick tweet at 9 o'clock in the morning. One quick X post, whatever you want to call it, 9 o'clock in the morning. Bam! Everything shoots up and goes flying, and all is well with the world. Wrong.
Wrong.
All that did was get us back to resistance. I'll break it down for you here in a second of what I mean. We've been on a downhill slide since the beginning of the year. That trend line that you see right here, simply put, has not broken. This is all the way back from January. It just keeps getting murdered over and over and over again. and hasn't broken its streak yet. Lower lows and lower highs continue to come in. Now, does that mean this will last forever? No, it doesn't. Doesn't mean it'll last forever at all. I will warn you though, this upper line that we see coming through right here, look man, that's the bear market line. I know, dude, not great. Touching a bear market line, potentially being on the bottom side of it, not great. I don't want to panic and I don't want to freak everyone out, but we cannot stay under this line. It absolutely, positively must come back up above that. It cannot hang out here and continue to play around with making lows. All right, if you're wondering where this line comes from, it goes all the way back to September 2023. You can see it there tracking up. And those who doubt the veracity of the line, I'll note that after the magic tweet, magic post, all we did was run back and back test that line so far. Then today, which has now started a new day, which is why we have the screen on the end. However, clockwise, American US time, which is the only time that matters. I know, dude. All that did was back test the trend line and throw us another big red candle on the back. Not great. In fact, not quite a bearish engulfing, but enough to make you want to stop and think about it. I don't have any other indicators on the screen other than basic trend lines that are determined by the trend that you see me marked out with the lower lows and lower highs, right? One higher low, but that's not good enough. Now, could we be making a potential another higher low? Sure. I'm here for it. Let's go ahead and draw it on there and see how right or wrong it is. Fair enough. Higher low. Let's make it green. If you notice there, all the downtrend is in yellow, right? All the downtrend labels are in yellow. Potential uptrend lines, uptrend labels, green for go, right? Green for good. Problem. We're not green for go yet. We continue getting stuck in the mud over and over again. I'm hopeful that this is actually a higher low. China Matt was talking about this in the Discord. Interestingly enough, closing over 80,000 would make all the difference. We did not do that at the end of the day today, which was at 8 p.m. Eastern. We closed under that at 79.6-ish. All right, not good enough. We need to be over 80,000 to help lock in that higher low. That higher low could potentially get us a higher high. We don't have that yet. All we've got so far is a potential higher low. That needs to close. I'm going to draw this very strictly right here. Let me zoom in so you can see it before I draw it. After the tariff talk that all the tariffs were going away except 10% and except China, all the other ones were going to be paused. All the charts ran up and all was well. Problem was we back tested resistance, like I said. Not to mention low, lower low, lower low. We didn't break structure yet. We didn't break out of all the mess. We didn't get above the mess. And the mess I'm calling these previous highs. Okay, blue line there. Blue line here. Right, and another one up here. See all these highs that we've got to get through? A lot of junk in the way. What I like to describe to everyone is there's a lot of speed bumps in the road here. I know you want to go fast and you want this thing to sprint. And you want it to run up real quick and do its thing. Unfortunately, not the way it works. We're still stuck in the mud on that. And until that decides to turn the corner and break out, well, we got to wait. We can't do anything. We just have to sit back and wait and wonder how much longer is this going to take? Well, it could take months. It could take days. What I'm going to tell you so far is I don't have a defined structure or a defined structure break to let me know that we got an uptrend and we're ready to rock. So far, all we've got is lower lows and lower lows and lower highs and lower highs, and that's not good enough. I need this thing to get up over some of these previous highs in here, even though they were lower highs. I need us to break the cycle of lower lows and lower highs. Now I'm going to go to my normal chart that I use here, and I've got all the areas where shorts piled in drawn on the chart. Coincidentally, what you're going to notice is all these areas are the previous highs, right? Unfortunately, previous high, previous high. What you're seeing is we're stuck in a big daily downtrend. Monthly, we're still in an uptrend, but down on the normal time frames, we're still stuck in the mud. And we haven't broken any highs yet. We did get this one little high right here, down at this spot, but that's it. That's the only shorts that got liquidated. That's not enough, folks. I'll tell you now, without you having to go and dig through the mud, the next big liquidity is at about 84 to 85,000. That would liquidate or close out a lot of short positions that piled in right after the tariff talk. All right, right up here was where the tariff talk reversed and the chart got really ugly after things started looking up, right? We had this little mini move right here. We pull our moving averages up there. See, we were playing with the 200, but thinking about getting over, and it didn't make it. And then it come up and tagged that 50 moving average, simply would not break it. And once it didn't break it, it rejected off of it, and down we came. All right, not good enough, obviously. What we want to see happen in order to attack these upper levels up there that we're not able to get to yet, until we can get up here and attack these, stuck in the mud. This has to break structure. I need this red line right here to be broken. It hasn't broken yet. It's been digging in the hearts of every investor, making you suffer. Sorry, unfortunately, that's part of the game. You're going to have to continue suffering because it simply hasn't broken out yet. I need to see it break out. Once we break out and we prove that we're ready to make new highs, then we can talk about how high we will go. Until that talk comes, all the talk is unfortunately going to have to be bearish from the reality people like me. Sucks. I'm still sitting on a bunch of stable coins waiting. Can't buy anything because I keep wanting to buy, but then keep getting flash signals that things are going to get worse. I don't want to keep buying falling knives. I'll teach against that, right? I don't want to buy falling knives. If it's a downtrend and things look ugly, we want to put our hands back and wait for the knife to fall, hit the floor, stop spinning, then we'll reach down and pick that knife up. Till then, we're stuck waiting. All right, simple as that. Wish it wasn't that way, but that's the way it is. If I go up, pull up any indicators. Here's our oscillating indicators, our RSI and our MACD. These help give us confluence of what's going on. We do not use these to buy or sell. We use these for confluence to make our decision on whether to buy or sell. So we might look at 37 different things. And then of those 37, if we got, I'm making up an arbitrary number here, 30 out of 37, good. 10 out of 37, not great. 0 out of 37, bruh. What are you doing, dude?
Wrong.
You're doing the wrong thing. That's what. That's still neutral and sideways. Sorry. It's still doing much ado about nothing in between 40 and 50, ranging back and forth, ping pong back and forth. No help at all. For that reason, we just disregard it. So we had started making a good upward move here with our MACD. It started to look better. We were approaching our midline, which I just highlighted right there in between the green and the red volume bars is our midline. We were approaching it. Didn't get there, did we? Matter of fact, we went back down. Heavy sell volume started to come in. More sellers than buyers, and they eliminated whatever was happening very rapidly. Very rapidly. You can go back and look here and see that even on the green day, the big upward green day, our MACD still stayed pink. There was still more sellers than buyers. Even after that push up, more sellers than buyers. Not good enough yet. We need this to break. You can see it tapering off, right? Obviously, you can see it tapering off. There's 3 faint red bars, pink bars, which tells you that sellers are running away a little bit. Buyers are trying, but they haven't flipped the script yet. This needs to flip back with the blue over the orange. All right. When that happens, then we'll start seeing the green come back in. We can start working back toward that midline up there that we haven't approached and or broken since the beginning of the year. All right. No help there. On to the next, right? How about the Ichimoku cloud? Boy, that's no help at all. What do we got on the Ichimoku cloud? Let me go back to my Bitstamp chart that was a little cleaner for you. All right, so what do we got? Do we have, let me see. Do we have a green cloud on the end? Unfortunately, no, we do not. That's one buzzer, not good. 4 buzzers is no good. You want no buzzers. We've already got one. Not great. Conversion line, baseline. There you go. Unfortunately, the blue is under the red. We need the blue over the red. That ain't going to get it, folks. Next up, lag line. Is the lag line above the candles or below the candles? Well, I don't have the candles on the screen, and we shall. Nope. Not quite. Lag line is still under the candles. No go there. Last thing, is the price, current price, above the cloud or below the cloud? Uh-oh, below the cloud. That's no bueno. We need it above the cloud. 4 red X's for Bitcoin's Ichimoku cloud on the daily. No bueno. Walk away and wait for it to fix itself. Still not time to take mega risks. Could you be buying the perfect bottom? Sure. Do you have any proof of that at all? No, you do not. As a matter of fact, you're guessing, hoping you got the bottom, which is what I see a lot of people do all over social media. Then they go on Discord and act like they have the perfect top and the perfect bottom. Won't explain it. Just say a random arbitrary number, and that's the number that's actually going to happen. Unfortunately, folks, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. I need to see some proof and some data. Give me proof and data, and then we can take it to the next level. Unfortunately, we're stuck waiting right now. Not great. So there's my Bitcoin outlook on the regular Bitcoin chart. How about we go to the other Bitcoin chart? That would be Bitcoin CME. Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the only American futures exchange that lists crypto is the CME, and they list 3: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. No others. All right, so what's the big deal? Well, CME closes on the weekends. All right, as CME closes on the weekends, gaps form. This causes the crazy crypto charts to be a little bit more tame and let us see them a little bit more clearly. It also opens us up to gaps being formed on the weekends, which is not great, because when gaps form on the weekends, price usually comes back and closes those gaps, which is kind of what happened recently. All right, last week, over the weekend, we formed a gap down. See that? Right through here, the candles opened and closed in 2 completely different places without interconnecting like all these did back here. All right, you see that? Right through there, there's a gap. Rather than just closing the gap and running up, she closed the gap and instantly rejected. Look at the perfect rejection off of the trend line that we got from the CME. Not great. Just not great. We need better than that. That's not going to get it. If I put our moving averages up, hey, there's a positive. Still sitting on the 200 moving average. 821 EMA is kind of starting to bear down on that red 200 moving average right there. Don't like that. I'd really, really be happy if we got over the 821 EMA on the daily and set a good close in there in the wait a minute zone, which is in between the 8 EMA and the 21 EMA, right in there. Hasn't gotten there yet, as you can see. It was in there for a day and then jumped right back out. Maybe she's frisky and she wants to get back in the wait a minute zone. I'm here for it. It just hasn't done it yet. All right. And for those of you who never watched before, those of you who are new to the channel, listen, we only do data here. No BS. I'll tell you like this. Look, I've been through the BS that y'all have been through. And if you're watching this for the first time and you think, oh, this guy's going to come on here and tell me to buy and sell. Not going to happen. Oh, this guy's going to come on here and preach about charts and none of it's going to make any sense. Wrong.
Wrong.
We don't do that here. We teach here. We learn here. We do this together. All right. I'm not going to come on here and shill any particular coin to you. I don't care about any particular coin. I don't want to get involved in backdoor deals. I just don't want anything to do with that. All right. People have given me money before, but not because I asked for it. It's never happened. All right. So people are like, hey man, here's some money for doing that. Thank you. I'm like, brother, don't do that. Just give it away. I'm going to give it away. And we've given away a bunch of money before. All right. So we built wells in Laos. You know what I'm saying? We put water in wells. I mean, we put water in villages all the way across the world, dude. We helped out a ton of people before. I look forward to doing that again. Problem is, we got to make a bunch of money first, right? It's the no BS zone here. All right, I'm just not going to bullshit you. I don't have time for it. I'm 42 years old almost. I'll be 42 in a couple months. I don't have any time for games. You're not going to see me do degen stuff on here. You're not going to see me come on here and talk a bunch of BS about this, that, and the other, about how I like this one, how I like that one. It's all based on the chart. It's all based on data. It's all objective, not subjective. Back to the charts. All right, cool. So that's pretty much it for Bitcoin. I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole here. It's just not good enough yet. It's close. Close. We may be on the precipice of something important, but we're not there yet. Let me go talk to the comments, see if there's any in here first. What's up, Cody Kinsel? Good to see you, brother. What we got over on the YouTube? Danny Deep Pockets. What's up, my guy? Good to see you. That was done with Grok. I had to tweak it a bunch, but it was done with Grok. I had to add to it also. It's not perfect. You're never going to get it perfect. What's up, Crypto Elephant? Good to see you, brother. I think that's about all the comments we got so far. My cousin Jeremy's on there. What's up, Jeremy? So, what's up, Andrew? Good to see you, Andrew Anoscu. So, crypto's way down right now. Sentiment is way down. Fear and greed index, which is really wild. Crypto is floating around 24, 25. Interestingly enough, the stock market is at 8. 8. Do you know the lowest that the fear and greed index for the stock market has ever been? 2. That's the lowest it's ever been, and that was at the height of lockdowns during the pandemic. Guess what it was last week for the stock market? 3. All the way down to end of the world, lockdown, we're all going to get the flu and die levels. Does anybody really think any of that's happening right now? Right. Correct. That's not happening.
Wrong.
It's not happening like that. That's not what's going on. This is a bunch of very powerful people poking their chests out at each other, having a pissing contest to see who can piss the longest without running out, and whoever managed to piss the longest wins. That's what we call a pissing contest, everybody. Only now we've relabeled that with the word tariff. Good news. 99% of the world realizes, oh man, if we bite the hand that feeds us here with America, they're going to get really tired of that. And they're not going to want to buy anything from us anymore. You know what? Let's just make some phone calls and talk. Except one country. They decided to hit us back. Oh, really? You want to do that? Well, how about we do this to you? Great. Guess what that got you? No relief. None. Now, I'm told that potentially a couple countries are already ahead of the line, working to get a deal done, and they'll be done very soon, quote unquote. But that's no guarantee for us. What we do know is charts are right on the edge, almost completely bearish, just about flipped into a buy signal, but didn't. We're right there in between, floating back and forth, can't make its mind up. Let's go into those more, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to go to Ethereum real quick, and then we'll hit XRP. Everybody always wants to talk about XRP, right? We'll do XRP because I don't do it enough, and I know that. I'm sorry. But, hey, I don't like to harp on one coin. I really don't like that. So here's Ethereum. As you've seen with the Bitcoin chart, well, this one looks even worse. That big green day that we had yesterday, all that did was headbutt us right into the 8 EMA. Instant rejection. Back of the line. Ethereum says, oh, you guys want to make money?
Bloody fuck you, bloody.
That's what Ethereum thinks about you. Just instantly rejects. Big bearish engulfing now. I think this is an actual bearish engulfing, where if you saw with Bitcoin, it wasn't. This is covering up about 75% of the candle. The way I learned, if a candle covers up 75% of the previous candle, that's a bearish engulfing. Now, this could spin back the other direction and re-engulf the red, which would be bullish engulfing. If it does it 3 in a row, green, red, green, I would be inclined to think we're going to attack this trend line right here and potentially break it. We haven't done that yet. This is it. I don't need to see anything else for Ethereum. Until you get over this purple 21 EMA, this 8 EMA, and then I see those cross upward, I'm not biting anymore. Prove it to me. Prove it to me, and then we can talk. That's it for Ethereum. I don't want to see any other indicators for it. Prove it first. After you, oh, I got hiccups. Prove it first, then we'll talk. Till then, zip it. Don't want to hear it. Now, to everybody's favorite asset, XRP. Let's do it. Let's do it for the people. All right, I got XRP pulled up. I got the KuCoin chart out just because it's clean and I don't got any drawings on it. Blank slate here. Look, there's nothing. Oh, I do have a box drawn that actually got hit perfectly that we said would get hit perfectly. It stopped almost directly where we said it would. That's crazy. Good news is I think there's more to come. So far, problem, we're leaning over here, and just like on Bitcoin, we're making these high, low, lower high, lower low. Exclude that Sunday BS. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and still no breakout yet. In fact, you can draw a very sharp trend line in here a bunch of different ways. Even if I flip it to linear, it doesn't matter. You're going to get a bunch of different downtrends in here. Clearly, nothing there. Linear or log, doesn't matter. It's both not great, not good enough. Could you potentially buy the absolute bottom down here somewhere? Sure. Do you have any guarantee that that's actually the bottom? No, you do not. From a guy who does this for a living, no, you do not. You're guessing, you're hoping, you're praying. You're clickbaiting and all kind of other stuff. And I'm not cool with that. I don't do clickbait. I only do data. I try to keep the subjectivity to a minimum and the objectivity, the facts, to the maximum. All right. The truth doesn't care about feelings. It either is or it isn't. So to the indicators, good news, we're above the 200. Bad news, we're under everything else. 8 EMA, 21 EMA, 50 moving average, 100 moving average, and trend are all piled up against us here, forcing us to wait. While you could buy now and you could get a lower price, you have no guarantee of what actually is about to happen. I want to see a clean trend break. Show me you're done making lower lows and lower highs, and we can talk about it. Till then, in the words of Kendrick Lamar, miss me with that bullshit. It's just not time yet. Maybe soon. Now, Ichimoku Cloud, sadly, 4 out of 4. Red cloud, not going to get it. Conversion line underneath the baseline, not going to get it. Lag line under the candles, not going to get it. Price above the cloud or below the cloud? It's below the cloud. Damn. So you got one positive. You're over the 200. Then you have -8, -21, -50, -100, negative cloud. All 4 points of the cloud are negative, by the way. How about RSI? Is that helpful? Nope. Ranging in between 40 and 50. That's no good. MACD, is that good? Not crossed upward yet. Still sell pressure, overbuy pressure. Not good enough yet. That's a lot of negatives. So until we see some of that stuff change, while you could buy the absolute bottom, it's super sketchy and dangerous. All right. Part of what we preach on here is saving money just like we make money. All right. You've got to know when the time is to walk away. Stop what you're doing. Even if you're in a loss, you've got to know when to stop. You also have to know when the right time to take a risk is. While the fear greed index is low and things have been miserable and some sentiment has started to change back positively, things are still very rough on the home front for most everything else. So we better be very careful about where you step because you might fall off in a hole. All right. I don't want to see that happen to anybody. I want to see everybody make maximum amounts of money here. If that means waiting a little while to make sure things smooth themselves out and do just right, perfect. Let's wait. That might be the better option. I know I'm waiting to buy anything else. I'm going to continue to try to be careful. I hope you are too. I don't want to see anyone lose a bunch. If you lose a couple dollars here and there, that's part of the game. But I don't want to see you lose your ass. I know a bunch of people have lost their ass, including in the stock market and 401ks, 403bs, everything. You've lost money everywhere. I'm aware. Let's put a stop to that. Let's do a little bit better, okay? Baby steps. I think we'll get there in time, just not there yet. So that's the first 30 minutes. That went by fast as shit, didn't it? I think it did. We're going to jump off of YouTube. We'll be over to X and Rumble. If you're watching on YouTube, there's not many of you. People don't like me these days, so people don't watch very much. I'm irrelevant for the most part. Even though I'm irrelevant, I think we've done a lot of good, and we're going to continue to do a lot of good. I'm going to try to keep that up as long as I can. I can't say everything I want to say anymore over on the normal channel here on YouTube. So I'm going to jump over to Rumble and X now, and we'll keep the conversation going. Thank y'all for watching over there. See y'all over on Rumble and X. And we're back again. That was quick, wasn't it? See, I got in fast hitting buttons and shit, man.